Hello, sixth grade. Welcome to your Wednesday, September the 9th lesson. This is for students who were not able to maybe log in to the live session, and it's also for students that maybe need a little refresher. Be sure you go in order of the slides, okay? I wanted to point one thing out real quick, guys. I know that the slides may seem a little small, but I wanted to point out that if you want to go ahead and fit them to your screen, come up here and you're going to click Present Mode. And that's going to go ahead and expand your slide so that they take up the whole slide, okay? So be sure that you get that done to help you read the items a lot larger and a little bit more clear, okay? All right, so real quick, yesterday you watched a vocabulary video on adjectives, and I wanted to review that adjectives are words that describe nouns or pronouns, okay? And these are some of the words that you probably came across in your video from yesterday. Very important that you remember what adjectives are. Again, they are words that describe nouns, which is a person, place, or thing. And then, of course, it also describes the pronouns. All right? So keep that in mind because you are going to have a quiz at the end of the week. Okay, so for today, you are going to watch a quick vocabulary video. We're moving on a little bit. And now you're going to learn about comparative and superlative adjectives. So watch the video. And we've also included two small anchor charts for you to go over on comparative adjectives. These are adjectives that compare two people or things. If the adjective is one syllable, you're going to add ER. And here are some examples. For example, the word strong, okay? This is one syllable. So you add ER to make it stronger, all right? If the adjective is two or more syllables and the word more, add the word more before the adjective. So for example, you have the word wonderful that has two or more syllables, right? So now you're going to put the word more in front of it and it becomes more wonderful. That goes from an adjective to a comparative adjective. Superlative adjectives over here, those are adjectives that compare three or more people or things. If the adjective is one syllable, you're going to add EST. So for example, you have the word strong, right? So you're going to go ahead and remember that's one syllable, strong. Add EST, and that becomes strongest. Okay, now down over here, you're going to go ahead, if the syllable is two or more syllables, you're going to add the word most before the adjective. And so look at these examples and please review these. All right, so here you have your Wednesday mentor sentence. You're using the same sentence that was given to you yesterday. And again, we've provided you with comparative adjectives and their definition and another example. Okay, comparative adjectives describe how two or more nouns or pronouns are different. They compare. Here's the example. 8th graders are older than 6th graders. Older is a comparative adjective. Notice how it ends in ER. This is common, but it's not always what happens. For instance, good does not become gooder. The comparative form of good is better. For superlative adjectives, that tells which noun or pronoun in a group is the most or the best. So here's an example. Seniors are the oldest students in a high school. Oldest is a superlative adjective. Notice how it ends in EST. This is common, but again, not always what happens. For instance, good does not become goodest. The superlative form of good is best. You might also want to go back and review the anchor charts in the previous slide to help you out to go ahead and type the comparative and superlative forms of the adjectives below. So the adjectives are beautiful, strong, and let me come on down here, comparative, okay? I'm sorry, mighty, not comparative. So those are the three words. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about the story you're going to be reading. This is a realistic short story. So what it says here is you're going to read and answer 10 questions in the document, and be sure you use complete sentences. So the genre and author's purpose. Genre is what kind of story it is. So you're about to read a realistic short story. Realistic means it's real. It could be real. And it's called Prince Francis. So you're going to read the anchor chart about for the information about realistic short stories. So it tells you here author's purpose, okay, to tell a brief story that entertains while providing insight about life. And then here are the characteristics. Okay, so you want to make sure that you go over this, and you're going to answer these 3 questions, okay, using this anchor chart right here. So then next we move on. This is some vocabulary. There are going to be some words in Prince Francis that may be unfamiliar to you. Use your context, which is other words in the sentence, and what you already know, to make some educated guesses about the word's meaning. So for example, question 4 says, Francis envied Dara. He had wanted to be the cameraman. He had put his hand up. Sir, 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 me. But sir had chosen Dara. What does the word envied probably mean? So go ahead and type in your answer here. And do the same thing for question 5 for the word interviewer, and for question 6 for the vocabulary word malice. Be sure to use either a dictionary, or you can go online to Webster's, like dictionary.com, to find the meaning of malice and type it below. Okay, so real quick, I want to talk about the word dialogue. So in the story Prince Francis, there is a lot of dialogue, or words spoken by characters. You're going to watch the video on dialogue, and then you're going to answer question 7. Okay, and go ahead and do that. So now we start the story, Prince Francis by Roddy Doyle. So if you'll notice, you do have some boxes here on the side with questions. So you want to make sure you read those questions and type your answers in the box. Okay, for question 8, it's what is the story's setting? What is the setting? Okay, where does the story take place? Give me some details. You can continue reading the story, and as you go on, you'll see some other questions pop up. Be sure you answer those questions in order, and be sure you are reading. Now, the answers to this question will be on this page, okay? Keep on reading. Coming to the end here. Almost there. And then you have question 10. Describe how Francis feels at the end of the story. So give me some descriptions, okay? Okay, guys, so I believe that is going to be the end of your assignment for today. Be sure if you have any questions, you send me a message in Schoology, or you can email me, and I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday.